On June 16, 1976, in the township of Soweto, South Africa, a group of high school-aged students decided to organize a protest. These students, led by Teboho Setsi Mashashini, attempted to gather at Orlando Stadium to protest the decision of the apartheid government to mandate teaching children in Afrikaans. Now, that Afrikaans is not the spelling that we know today. This is spelled Afrikaans. This is the language that the Dutch colonizers imposed on the colonized of those people of that area in Africa. Well, the students of Soweto was not going to be taught the colonizers' language. Teboho organized the protest that morning of June 16th to march the students to Orlando Stadium. It was said that the number of students that participated was up to 20,000. On their way to the stadium, police got word of the protest and they blocked the road. The leaders of the march did not want the protesters to engage, so they decided to go another route. Unfortunately, the police were not satisfied and attempted to break up the protest. They used tear gas. They went in and used batons. They sicked dogs on children. And then finally, they started shooting them. Shooting children. Unarmed black children. Sound familiar? There is video footage of the carnage, but due to the technology of that time, video footage from across the seas didn't come to the United States in quite some time. However, a popular photograph of one of the first victims became the rallying cry for worldwide attention. Hector Peterson, a 12-year-old boy, was shot dead by Soweto police. This photograph was taken by South African journalist San Nzima. Hector's lifeless body was being carried out by his young comrade, Mbuyisa Makubu. In the photograph, he is accompanied by his sister, Antoinette, as they attempted to rush Hector's lifeless body to the hospital. The casualties of this tragic incident was over 176 students and over 1,000 injured. This was one of the key points of the anti-apartheid movement, that if the children were going to stand up against the apartheid regime, then the colonizers had another problem to deal with. You see, if children start to recognize that something is wrong, and they have the audacity to speak out against a repressive government, then that government has a serious issue to handle. In an authoritarian government, how does one deal with unruly children without it being an international human rights violation? Well, the first thing a colonizing government does is criminalize the children. Right after the Soweto movement, the two leaders mentioned, Mashashini and Makubu, were exiled from the country. Mashashini ended up dying in 1990 in Ghana under mysterious circumstances. The whereabouts of Makubu is still unknown. He was last known to be in Nigeria in 1978 when his mother got a letter from him. This is not the first or the last time massacres happened in the South African apartheid government. The struggles against the racist policy of the South African government was the driving force of the Soweto movement. These children understood that it wasn't just about their education, but their future. Children understand when they know that the world they're growing up in is messed up. They see it and they react to it in ways we don't understand. And as adults, we don't give them the world that they feel they are a part of. When they don't feel a part of it, they'll create their own niche. So what are we doing with our children today? Are we giving them opportunities to understand how to transform the world? Are we truly educating them? Or are we letting the system indoctrinate them? The Soweto children had enough sense to fight a system that was killing them physically, mentally, and spiritually. Long live the revolutionaries of the Soweto movement.